told you how to make pancakes. Pancakes and waffles are the very same. The only difference is the kind of the way you cook them. So you get a waffle iron. If you want a waffle iron, you could probably pick one up for $20. That's at a secondhand store. Maybe more if you get a fancy one. Maybe $50 if you get a fancy one. But anyway, either way, when you buy waffles like this, they are simple and you can eat them quickly. The kids will like them. However, your value for your money is very low. All these things, they just suck up your money. Eggo and Kellogg's are name brands, so they're going to cost a whole lot more. And they don't make these in, this Equality. So if you're going to buy this, you see Equality is $2.49, whereas Eggo is $3.79. So if you're determined to buy them and not make them, make sure you're buying the house brand, not the name brand. The only thing you're paying for all that advertising. This is another way to buy pork sausage, to buy it all in one thing. The sausages are made by putting the meat into the intestines of a pig, and so when you're buying sausage and you have to cut it up or get it out of those things, if you don't want it in sausage form, this is the way to buy your sausage in the bigger size, and it doesn't have those. It's not put into those things. Okay, let's take the next aisle. Thank you. Okay, here we have this aisle. Now, you don't need to buy paper towels. You should just use washcloths or tea towels. You can take an old towel that you have and you can cut it in sections. You can keep a drawer of them, and you shouldn't need to have to buy paper towels and throw them away. It's very wasteful. It's much simpler to just use it and wash it. Now Windex, look at this. This is just you take a newspaper has no lint on it. So if you want to make your windows nice, you just use vinegar and water with newspapers. So all that is not necessary. All these things are not necessary. You see, to make glass cleaner, you just add vinegar and water. Now over here, the no name is probably the cheapest, but you have to notice this. See, this is 2-ply, and this is 2-ply. These are I guess it doesn't matter. When you buy a double roll, let's see, 41, and this one is 20. Goodness, is that right? 20 cents what is on? 41 cents on. I think that's for each one instead of by the pound. But anyway, buying it, if you do the math, you'll figure out that it's a lot nicer to buy them that are fat instead of the thin ones. The double roll. Is a double roll? Yeah, a double roll. Anyway, it's much better to buy that kind. All these things, you only really need these things is if you've gotten a problem with your drain. But there is something that you can put down the drain to keep your thing going. Now, this Dove, for $5 you're getting a beauty bar with moisturizing cream. What they do when they make soap in the factories is they remove the glycerin, and so you get a detergent. You get what's left without the glycerin, and then they add some glycerin back to give you a bar, beauty Dove. However, there are still many chemicals in here. I don't think that they have to put the ingredients in there, do they? Oh yes, look at this. Okay, sodium Laurel Sulfate. Now that's a known carcinogen. People wonder why everybody gets cancer, and you have to use this soap and shampoo with it in all the time. And then it's also got stearic acid, sodium tallowate, or sodium palmate, so that's like tallow, lauric acid, sodium isonate aqua, that's water, sodium stearate, cocaminoprofol, so that'd be cocoa butter maybe, and they've got all these other chemicals. So whatever good stuff they have put in here, they've still got this carcinogen, which makes it bubble. You don't need that. Just buy homemade soaps. And you don't have to wash your hair every day, and your hair will be a lot better. Also, did you know that in Head & Shoulders, it's a dandruff shampoo? But on me, I have tried using dandruff shampoo when I don't have dandruff, right? But after I've used it, I have dandruff. It's amazing after a few days. So it teaches you that you have to come back and keep using it. Never underestimate what these corporations do to get your money. Okay. You should buy cloth diapers. You don't need to buy Huggies and all those things. Just spend a little more time doing this. Now, baby powder. You see there's $4.29 and $2.29 for Johnson's, and you've paid for all those hundreds of years of advertising, and then you've got your almost no name. Baby powder is very good if you live in a hot climate and you tend to get very sweaty very fast if it's humid. Put baby powder on and it absorbs it, and then you are much happier. All these things, if they are what am I wanting to say? There's deodorant and there's antiperspirant. There's a difference. A deodorant makes the smell nice, but an antiperspirant actually keeps the pores from perspiring. So those glands are emptying. And what's happening with all that stuff, that's the toxins that are not leaving your body? You need to get that out. So antiperspirant is not a good idea. But if you can find deodorant, it's very hard to find regular deodorant anymore. Like these are going to all be antiperspirant. All of them. Baby food. You can make baby food. It's just your food, only you get this little strainer, little thing that it sits on the table and you've got a handle on it. You can grind up your food. It's a little pureer. Just stick the food in, push it down, and grind it up like that. So you can have that right at the table while you're eating and they're eating. Or you can make whatever food you make, your mixed vegetables, and then you can just, man, this brings back memories, doesn't it? Then you can just put it in the blender, blend it all up, and then put it in ice cube trays. And then take all those ice cubes and put them in a bag. And then you'll have ready-made food for them. Now, you should not microwave baby's food because microwaving kills all the enzymes. And you don't want to microwave and feed it to a baby. See, now peas, I mean, even if you squish them up on your plate, but this is just peas that have had, I'm just trying to see what the ingredients, peas and water. You just put the water in the peas and put them in the blender. You do not need to spend $100 million on raising a child. It should not cost you much at all. And I can speak from experience because I have raised 5. If you breastfeed, you don't need to start feeding your baby until they're 6 months. Okay, well, I guess now we have the bread aisle and all those pastries. You don't really need to buy them. You can make them all. Okay, Nancy today. I hope this has been helpful.